Missed all week. You guys miss me? Huh? 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 All right, here we go. We're gonna go live on TikTok. 3, 2, 1. We're live on both, my brother. We have to make sure we see our live on YouTube. Otherwise, it's count. Yep, we're up. Okay. What's up, everybody? Good evening. Missed y'all this week, but not really. We're having a blast. Me and my wife are having so much fun. It was just nonstop. But you know, I guess in thought, I kind of missed y'all, and I guess you know why. It was fantastic. All right, tonight's subject is how to become a funded trader with Dr. Michael P. Grego. Damn straight. My brother's in the house, y'all. Okay, he's how many accounts you have for funded before we get going here? 6. 6 funded accounts. He's going to explain to you why you don't need $1 million account, blah, blah, blah. How to get funded, tonight's slide, how to get funded, that 5% process. Okay, let's get rid of all that shit. That. I'm setting up my YouTube feed. You know this one out there, everybody. What's today's date, Mike? Let's see. Second. Almost my brother's birthday. 5/2/24. Tonight's slide, how to get funded, Dr. Michael Grego. I think the P in there. We'll explain the process stuff. I like that. All right, let's go down to here. Let's put our tags in. People think like this shit just happens magically, but oh my god, put a little effort in, right? Mike knows about that when we built up this TikTok one time. Atlanta, recording date. Boom. All right, we're live on TikTok. We are now live on YouTube. Tonight's subject is how to become a funded trader. That's right. All right. Okay. Now hold on. We ain't ready yet. Ready to go. I can't believe it. We ain't ready yet. All right, a sec. All right, let's go ahead and refresh this one. We don't want to watch some silly little girl dance. Silly little okay, maybe like this. All right. I don't know what's going on. Boy, look how slow this internet is. Why that motherfucker gonna fix this shit tomorrow? All right. Not today. Good evening, not today. Good evening, Jones 808. What's up, Peter P? Can't wait to talk to you about. Oh no shit. You sure there's an echo or is it just me and Mike talking? Good evening, Shaft, and God bless you, sir. What's up, Dad Bod? Good evening, Susie. Good evening. No, I want to ask. Good evening, Tony Goss. Hi ho. Pimpatron. Okay, I hope he's still good. What's up, Gregory? What's up, Jacob? Blue Tide Acrylics, the great guy who makes all the little neons, Mike. That's over there. Nice. Maxwell Jackson. Good evening. JTF6. Good evening. Jard Dave. Good evening, Dave. JTF6. Good evening. Let me see. Hopefully, you guys have more than 4 fucking thumbs up at 28 you watching. Why can't I connect to update and restart this mess? Okay, we can't see who's on TikTok. Wow, that's wonderful. What the? Oh, right. Are we not connected? We'll go check TikTok to the ground. Yeah, you have your phone? I do. Yeah. I can't get it to pull up on our computer. Okay. Well, hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. Anything? Yes, yours is slow too. What the? Look, it's just pulling in now, Mike. Anywho, for those of you on TikTok, let's get a roll. What's up, Julius? Yeah? That's Steve-O. Steve-O. Yeah, we're live. No, we're not live. We're not live? The real safety trade? Dave says we are. Oh, I'll see it. Okay, good. And so, Dave, you're on TikTok. Thank you, sir. I can't see shit, which means I don't know if anyone's there talking shit, whatever. We need to be on TikTok, though. Okay, how to become a funded trader before we get started. We're going to have to go ahead and go over just a couple things, 2 of which are me and Mike are not. Are you a financial advisor, Mike? Mike, are you a financial advisor? I didn't think you were. Oh, geez. We're not going to use a drawing tool. Oh, my my goodness. No. The ice cream recorder isn't working properly if I turned it off the thing. I use my mouse. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this, so we can't see TikTok. Oh, there we are. There we are. There we are. What's up, Arius? What's up, Lock? How you been, Lock? What's up, Darby Day? Thanks for being at both. YouTube is echoing.
Yeah, it just came up. It just came up.
Wow, that's pretty bad. Echo. Fuck. All right. Hold on. Tell me if you guys are echoing. You're saying we're echoing. Fuck. Is there an echo now? What's up, Bo? No. Okay, go nowhere. Stay right there.
We'll do it. That's the thing I do.
Come on, okay. Get out of this one. Still echoing. Fucking fuck. Hold on. Change this one. Okay, this is plugged in. Oh, that's plugged in a good one too.
That's a good one.
Oh, this is turned up too high. How about now? Give this a second and see if it's echoing now. Is it echoing now? Yeah, the TikTok sounds great.
That sounds good. Thank you, Peter.
Okay, stop it. That was my brother echoing. That's too funny. A little better. All right, hold on. A little better. Turn it off. Turn it on. Kill your phone. I don't think it should be on there. All right, turned it off, came in and out. You know another thing you do with this one. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Yep, that should be better. And that any better now? Everybody said no.
No.
Susie Self says yes. Tony Gross says no. What's up, Clean Eat Junkie? No. Dope. Great now on YouTube. Well, Tony's pissed. He's saying no. I'm going to use his own YouTube channel. He is always fun to listen to when he's on with you. Nice. Great. Yes. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now we're perfect. All right. So hold on. Just one, Mike's chomping at the bit to get started. Everybody, the topic tonight is how. What is it, Mike?
How to get funded?
Become a funded trader.
Why you want to be a funded trader and what
Shit.
Exactly.
There ain't no reason, but go ahead. Amilcar Spezia, good evening. Thank you, Peter. Nope, change the dope to good audio on YouTube. Oh, dope is good, Mike. You're not hitting some new language out there with the kids. Yeah. All right, now we have to finalize this. Everybody type yes if you understand we're not financial advisors. I got to take that out next week. And then we do have a trademark from the United States of America, United States Patent and Trademark Office, the only ones in the world that has a trademark for a trading system. We're not pending. We have it enforceable, okay? That means that we can sue you if you try to take any of our indicators. We came to agreement with another group of guys out there. Everything's hunky-dory and fine. Trademark issued in my name, first wife included. It's a class 41. We were able to make our system is able to use for generational wealth building, like that's what the government allows us to do. Just so we're on the same page. Also, type yes if you understand that. So So we're not financial advisors. I can't even take that out. Hold on. I want to do it over here a slow, old-fashioned way. Let's see. Oh, Jesus, that's too big. Not financial. All right, then Mike's going to take over here. But please understand, he is not a financial advisor. If anybody thinks we're financial advisors at the station, they're mentally fucking challenged. All right, here we go. All right, what do you want up? Do you want the TradingView charts up, or do you want the MT4 chart? What would you like?
TradingView is fine. I'm not going to talk. We're going to talk basics.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to ask them. Make sure they're with me.
Good.
All right.
Mike's on, not me.
Although we do sound incredibly alike. So we have funded. Why would one want to be funded? I think I want to start with the goal. Like, what's the big picture? Why would somebody want to be funded? Well, first, the startup money, right, is relatively low. It's $33.40 on Apex to get a 25K account. And I'm going to tell you why you want a 25K account and maybe not even a 50 or a 250 or a 500 or even a 1 million, because you're going to find out something that may just upset you, but at the same time, you're going to want to understand that so we can go forward if this is the route you want to go. So can everybody can hear me? Type in a 7, type in a 9. If you're not following me, we're talking about funded traders, but if you can hear me, a 7. If I'm making sense so far, type in a 7. Type in a 7, 7, 7. We see a lot of 7s on TikTok. Everybody on YouTube's a little delayed, right? Here we go. Great. Thank you, Peter, Darb, Herman, D-Man. All right, Panzin, appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so here we go. Basically, I've looked at the funded trader, I've looked at Apex, and I looked at Top Step. I opted for Apex for a number of reasons. Number one, $33.40 for the 25K account, like I said. Using other people's money was one of the other topics I wanted to talk about too. That's not really true. That is not really true, and I'm going to explain that in just a moment, so stay tuned. I also use copy trading through Ninja Trader. So this is where I'm going to ultimately, this is the ultimate goal for me. Maybe not for you, but this is for me. So my ultimate goal is to trade $200 a day and then multiply that by 3, which means $600 a day. So I have three copy traded accounts. That's why I have 6 funded accounts.
Copy trader do, Mike?
A copy trader takes the trade that you're making and multiplies it.
Using them different accounts, same trade.
Same trade on different accounts, right?
Okay, cool.
So type in a 7 so far. That's right. Let me make sure everybody's following me because this might be new to a lot of people.
They keep saying 7, yes, you're talking about 7,
Yeah.
yes, 7.
Yeah, okay. So yes, tell me if that makes sense. Type in a yes or type in a maybe not. If it doesn't make sense, we'll stop and I'll do my best to try and explain. Okay. All right, so everybody 7-7. So here we go. $200 a day, my goal, times 3 is 600. Basically that, I'm going to take you through this step by step. Though I'm going to use NAS as my example. I like NAS. I basically only trade NAS or gold. That's it. Those are the 2 things I trade, NAS or gold. So NAS, interestingly enough, when we're talking about on TradingView using Apex, if we use 10 micros, and if NAS moves only 10 pips, that equals 40 ticks. And so 40 ticks equals $200. And I'm going to explain how that works. 10 micros on NAS is $5. So every micro is what? Let's see who does the math on that. Who's the first one to give me the math on that? If 10 micros is $5, how much is 1 micro? Let's see if you guys are following. Let's see if you guys are following. Wait, this is it. You got to understand the math. Yeah, let's wait a minute. What? Okay, so let's 50. So we said shocking like 50 cents. That's right. 50 cents. 50 cents. Not $50. Not quite yet. Which eventually we'll make it to that, but yeah, 50 cents a micro. And the reason why we want to go micros, y'all listen to this very closely. When you're doing a funded account, you have what's called intra-trade drawdown. And that's not standard. That's not like your max drawdown. You go into it and all of a sudden you're down $30 or you're down $100 right off the bat. No, you're going to be losing money inside the trade. By that I mean losing money, I mean you have a trailing balance. And we're going to go over that in just a minute, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay, so 50 cents and 10 micros equals what? 10 micros equal at 50 cents a micro, $5. And 10 pips equals 40 ticks because NAS has 4 ticks per pip. Just remember, 4 ticks per. So every pip it moves, it's 4 ticks.
That's $2.
Right, but what we're looking for is 40 ticks times 5. 40 ticks times 5 is 200. How many follow me? Type in a yes, type in a 9. If not, I'm going to go over it because you got to understand it. This is really simple, and honestly, it makes sense. And if you follow it, It's not a lot. Is 10 pips a lot for NAS to move?
No.
You get a trade
That's
called out.
pitiful, actually.
It's pitiful, right? It's literally pitiful. But that pitifulness just makes 200, what makes you $200, and you multiply that by 2 other accounts that are copying that account. That's $600. I'm not going to do 12 though. I leave a B. Everything in life has to have an A and a B, right? A works out the way you want it to. B is when A doesn't, right? Everything works until it doesn't. So A works until it doesn't, which is my 3 accounts. And if anything, I can tell you some people had some challenges without mentioning any names, but there's been times that market open where it's gone down so fast that it didn't take the stop loss, or even in news as well. Obviously, you shouldn't play that. So Susie Stress said no. Okay, what part about no? I gotta slow down. I know
Yeah,
you guys.
7-second delay.
Okay.
You were talking about 7 seconds.
Okay, so understanding that NAS moves 4 ticks per pip. 4 ticks per pip. Like gold is tick per pip.
4 pips per tick?
4 ticks per pip. Yeah, ticks. They're ticks. We're talking about ticks, right? Every time it ticks, it goes up a tick or down a tick.
Okay,
right?
so I wrote that out.
There's 4 of them, right? 4 per pip. So when a pip goes up, right, $1 in gold, for example, I don't want to use that because that's not true. With NAS, 1 pip up equals 4 ticks. So when we get 10 pips, that equals 40. 4 ticks per pips. Yeah.
So it equals 40 what?
40. It equals 40. What do you mean it equals? It equals 40 ticks. And 40 ticks times 10 micros, which is $5, equals 200. See, so we're just trying to make, I guess we're trying to get you to understand the 200. Where do I come up with 200?
Which equals
10 pips.
40 pips, which equals $200.
Right. 10 pips equals 40 ticks. 40 ticks. Yeah, because
I'm trying to start.
40 ticks.
Which equals
$200. That's our goal. So does everybody follow that? Does everybody see that? Follow that? Yes, no, maybe. 7 yes, 8 maybe, 9 no. So 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, and 9. Okay, she's got it. 200. Good evening. Okay.
What's up, Joe Vega? How to become a funded trader with my brother.
Okay, so that's the goal. Now we're going to get down into the nitty gritty. You're like, how do we get funded so we can get these? They're okay. They do not have a trailing balance. I like Apex. Apex
Is for funded trading. That's
for funding. Right.
Okay.
Apex for funding, forget it funded. And a 25K account. And here's why. You don't, in my opinion only, you do not have to get a 50,000 or 100,000 because you trade more. No, I'm going to get into some details that you're going to laugh and you might even cry about when you find out what's actually being used. And then, they say there's some limits, like for example, on a 25K, you can't do more than 4 minis, but that's only true if you want to do 4 minis in one trade, and then 2 seconds later or 1 second later, put in another 4 minis. You can certainly do that. And I've done that. So you can run 8 minis. You can run 12 minis on a 12. You can run 24 minis if you wanted to on a 25K account. So it is not limited, because 1 second later, 2 seconds later, you can put in another trade and just keep going.
Does everyone understand that?
You understand that?
We have Tommy as $1 million account. Tommy has $1 million account. Tommy has a $500,000 account.
Right.
But it doesn't matter. All you need is basically a $25,000 account, or maybe
right. And this is the second part that you want to understand. When you get that 25K, it's not 25K. When you get that 100K, it's not 100K. When Tommy got that $1 million account, it's not $1 million. What is it? It's the amount of buffer you have in that account, the amount of drawdown you have in that account.
Whose money is the buffer? Yours.
Initially, it's theirs. They'll give you $2,500 initially when you get funded. Excuse me, well, $1,500. I'm thinking of a $50K account. On a 25K account, you get $1,500 of their money to use. If you lose it, then you're out. Obviously, you don't out, but you can only make money once you get past that 1,500, right? That 1,500, and that's with your money that you won, right? With their money. So there again, if you look at it, it is kind of their money, but then again, it isn't their money, because once you start winning, right past 1,500, you get to 1,600, you get to 2,000. That's your money. That's your money, but that's your buffer. You have to leave that. You don't have to. I leave that money in there. I like 3,000. I'm going to go for $3,000.
So that means intraday drawdown. Explain that
Intraday
down.
right?
That's the biggest fucking power.
Well, here it is. When you're getting funded and when you're initially funded until you get off their $1,500, their buffer money, then you have a trailing balance. What that simply means is when you go up, let's say you're in a trade and you're in your $25,000 account and you make $100, right? You made $100. So you're 25, 100. Your balance is no longer, let's go 1,500 minus 25,000.
23,500.
It's now 23,600. It's now 23,000. It's coming up. And even though if you didn't capitalize on all that 100, let's say it went back down to 50, you lost 50 of that 100, then that 23.5 is still 23.6. You see that balance? Let's go up into bigger numbers. I think it'll make more sense. And you can tell me if you made $1,000 on that 25K, say you went boom, you hit it, $1,000. That's awesome. But now your trailing balance is not 23.5, it's 24.5.
Why?
Because you just went from 25 to 26 in your balance. Now you're responsible for that 26. So now we're talking about intra-trade. So somebody give me a 7 if you follow that. Give me an 8 if you're kind of following that. Give me a 9 if you don't.
8.
Okay.
Not sure.
Your balance, that 23.5 is movable. It's not fixed. It's called a trailing drawdown, a trailing balance. So what happens is you just have to be aware of it. We ran the numbers on gold, on the signals. Now remember, this is all off the safety trading system. Let's make no mistake about it. You cannot, in my opinion, get funded without the safety trade, without understanding the system and getting calls. So here's an 8 and 8. All right. So we have a 25K account we're demoing to get funded, right? We want to get funded. So we have a $1,500 trailing drawdown, right? Buffer. Trailing drawdown. So at 23.5, we get knocked out. We get liquidated.
So
we
say
get
the trade goes against you.
You lose $1,500. You're gone.
So your account, you just lose the account.
You lose the account. You lose $33. That's the good thing too. You didn't lose $1,500.
$33 $8 funded to try to get a $25,000 account.
That's right.
You can't go below $1,500 loss.
Otherwise, you're liquidated.
Is that an intra trade or is that an intra?
No, that's what. If you do $1,500 on the first trade, then you're gone. But it also it's a trade. So here's where the trailing comes in. It's a little tricky, but not. We figured out the numbers. That's why you go with 10 micros. Oh my God, the matrix. The trailing only comes up, doesn't go down. So if you're up 500, but you trade, you only 400 profit, but your buffer will be 1,400. Yeah, that's true. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The numbers. It's so important to get these micros. NAS is 10 micros when you're going in to get funded. It's 10 micros and it's $500. You set it and forget it. That's the other thing I'm going to tell you. Unless you can look at numbers in the red, like $1,000 numbers in the red, and be okay with it, and don't get scared and push, because I'll get scared and I'll set up. So when I set it and forget it, I get funded. If I go on my emotion and what I'm seeing, then I get out and I don't get funded. Okay, so it's maybe you're the kind of guy that doesn't care about red or green. If you see red, a lot of large numbers in red, it doesn't bother you. Okay, great. But if you do get bothered by large numbers in red, then you want to set it and forget it. So NAS is 10 micros. 10 micros is what we're looking for in NAS. And we're going up 25 pips. And guess who can tell me, when you go up 25 pips in NAS, how many ticks is that? And how much money is that?
$100,000.
Nope. 10 is only 10 is really what?
2.5
is 5.
It's $500.
It's $500, and that you're quit. And so, how many safety trade signals do you have to get funded for $1,500? If you're at $500 a pop, three signals you're funded. 3 signals you're funded, and you can go sleep at night, and you don't have to look at it, and you don't have to have anxiety attacks while it's going up and down and doing what it's doing.
Can you hold a trade longer than a day?
No.
Okay.
No, you cannot.
So these are all, we never, the 15-minute 1 hours come back and haunt your ass. You better be playing what, the 5 minutes and stuff. We can get that later. Right?
Yeah, get into that. But the point is, make sure you get the micros, the amount of micros or so, because you'll get tapped out. You'll get eaten. You're going to try, I want to do more than that. Good luck. I tried it. We tried it.
He's saying you're going to do 40 macros with $25,000 account. Would you want to do that? That sounds crazy.
40 macros.
Yeah.
40?
That's what he said.
You can't do, you mean minis. You can't do 40 macros. 40, they won't, first of all, they won't let you. 4 minis and macros is all you're allowed on a 25K account. But you can go back to back. I mean, when you go in like 10 times on that. You couldn't, unless the trade was actively moving.
Like making money as you go up.
Right. 4 minis. He's saying 4 minis, right? 4 minis. Yeah. So like I said, 4 minis, but with the intra-trade drawdown, 40 macros. So he calls it 40 macros. Okay. Right. I got you. But here's the thing. I've gotten, I don't know how he keeps away with the intra-trade drawdown coming, because on NAS, you're looking around 28 to 32 pips that you're going to have to eat. So that's 30 times 40 or 1,200. It's like 1,200, right? 1,200, 1,500. I mean, that's really close.
Was like 30 pips and you're tapped out. 20 pips.
That depends on how much craziness the trade's doing while it's going up or down.
If the trade turned against you 20 pips, what happens?
Oh, then you have to eat that.
Can you eat it?
Yeah, you can. You can't eat 20. Yeah, you can eat the 28.
20 is reasonable for that.
Yeah, but it's not just a max drawdown. You're not just looking at it at one time. You're looking at this is going up and then coming back down 20 pips, let's say, going back up another 40 pips and then coming back down 30 pips. So you're still, it's the trade, the balance is constantly moving. So it's not as easy. The drawdown adds up. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you, OGK. OGK puts it into more work.
Because I ain't doing good with that.
So I have it in my head, and it's harder to explain, right? When you're actually.
Well, let's start with Mike. Let's stop for a second. Come right back to where you were.
Mm-hmm.
You started what, 4 months ago?
4 months ago.
And you started with zero negative trade. Oh my God! And then he learned the system, learned the ins and outs, blah blah blah. Then he started trading. How long have you been trying to get funded? A couple months. A month.
A month and a half.
Yeah, so maybe a month and a half. And then he went from 0 funded to 6. What would you say, like a couple of 50s and mostly 25s?
Yeah.
25,000s.
Once I found out the 25s could do the same thing as 50s.
Right.
Could do the same thing as 100s.
Yeah, the 500 and the 1 million sound impressive, but not necessary.
Because you have to keep the buffer. It's not like you get to use that $1 million.
Now, if you added, say, you get $10,000 in that funded account, is that now your?
Yep. 100%. So you have $1 million money in a $25,000
Of your money.
Of your money. But it's the same thing in $1 million that you're not using that $1 million.
Right. I get you. I get that. I understand. Yeah.
So it's type into 7 if you guys understand that so far. Type into 8 if maybe. Okay. But again, at the end of the day, when you're thinking about copy trading, right, what you're doing for $200, which is 10 pips in NAS, 10 pips in a called out trade, right? A trade that says, yeah, it's going up, but buy stop or sell stop. And Dr. Adams says 8. Oh no, maybe 7. Oh my God, I have 6 funded accounts. There are 425, 121, 150, 2 in progress at 50, and another at 150. Ask him, OGK, why do you have a 150K account if the 25 can be just as valuable? If you can trade more than 4 minis in it, like at 1 second later, put in another 4 minis and another 4 minis and another 4 minis. And the buffer is the buffer, whether it's at 150,000 account or whether it's 25. Yeah, I want to understand the logic. Maybe he's got some other kind of logic going on there, because I didn't understand it. Because I mean, $33 for 25. What do you pay for the 150K account?
Right.
I like bigger size trades. The buffer. Yeah, but the buffer is yours. Oh, you're saying the buffer is your buffer though, OGK? Whose buffer? You're saying at 150K, they're giving you what? They're giving you a buffer? They're giving you
More of a buffer.
yeah, but you can't. Then how do you take money out? If that 150K gives you 15K buffer, then if you make 10,000, you can't take it out because you're using their. My understanding of it. How do you take money out? You have to make more than that 15K, right? And I guess I'm limited knowledge because I never got a 150. $67 and 280 for live 10 years. Okay, $67. Bigger drawdown, bigger goal. The 50K is 37 this month with 80% off with 25% trade, 2,500 trading. Yeah, but again, guys, when you go in to take money, let's say you get funded.
There you go. Get to the bottom.
When you get funded with the 50K, you have to make $2,600 before you can take out a dime of your money, 2,600. And then you have to leave. If you want a buffer, you have to leave it in there. 5K buffer, 9K target. Yeah, so he's got to make 9K to take out money with the 5K buffer. So
no, that's ridiculous.
So why would you don't pay the account outright or do monthly payments after funding? That doesn't bother me. Oh, don't pay the account outright. Well, I mean, it's up to you. Well, see, my idea is I'm going to leave 3K in my 25K account
For your own money.
with my own money.
Go ahead.
And then that's my buffer. So when I make $3,100, I'm taking out $100. You need 2,600 from any account to take out. Well, no, it's actually 1,500 in the 25K. OG's up there and the 50Ks and plus. So,
yeah, on the 25K, you get your money out faster. I'm following that one.
Yeah, but again, if you like say he makes 2,600 OGK, right, in his 50K, and he takes out 2,600, which he can't do. He has zero buffer. He has zero buffer. He can't lose $1 in that account. Otherwise, he blows the account. So it's whatever you leave in there. Please understand me. And that's your money. But you got to use their money to make your money. So that's how you can use other people's money. It's not technically their 25,000 that you're using.
As I heard it, I would think, oh, I get $100,000 of their money to use.
No, you have to leave a buffer in that 100K, and that's your money and that's your buffer. And I prefer 3,000, right, for mine. I'm going to do 3,000. So then I can do 4 minis, right? I feel comfortable. I understand that.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, so it's a little tricky, but then it's not. I mean, if you don't have a lot of money, you don't want to put up $2,500, whatever.
$36.
You put up $33. Boom, put it in
$25,000 account.
Yep.
Bullshit on whatever they're talking about, that whole $1,500. Just make sure you keep making winning trade after winning trade. Doesn't matter if you make winning trades.
Yeah, duh.
And when do you get funded?
When you get $26,501. $26,501. So $1,501. $1. Yeah. And you're going to take out about $30. So always make sure you're about $30 over. Don't just go for $1,500 because there's cost to go in and out. You know that, right? So it's going to be, you're going to have about $30. So about $1,530.
And then when you get, let's just say for argument's sake, $25,000 account, you have a $3,000 buffer in there, and you get up to, you make profit of $10,000. So you have a $3,000 buffer plus $7,000, you're at $10,000. Would you take money out then to
all $7,000
to take it back down?
100%.
And just keep repeating that.
Keep repeating. Wash, rinse, repeat. And again, 10 pips on NAS with 10 micros, small amount, small movement, $200. Boom, times three, 600. $600. I mean, if that's not, if you want to go for more, do whatever. Open up more accounts with Apex. You can open up 20 accounts times $200 is what? If you want to get crazy with it, $4,000 a day. How can that change somebody's life?
Now you want to do these multiple smaller because it's easier to get to 10 tips.
Absolutely.
Can you let something run like we do in the system? Let it run. And yes, Dr. Bialke Adams is Apex.
No, because I set it and forget it. Understand? I'm looking for $500. That's it.
And then it hits it,
and I go to thank you very much. Go to the next one. I can't look. I have a hard time looking. I haven't trained myself to see red for a long periods of time. And especially when it gets to $1,000 or more. And I don't want to look at it. I just want to know that's where it's going to go. And thanks to the safety trade and the called out, the signals that call out.
Yeah, baby.
Boom. And I know that they're set up and it's right. Well, then what the heck? I'm set and forget. I'm going to bed. Why should I watch that? Why do I need that anxiety?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't need it.
All
Okay.
right, go ahead, what else?
So that's it. So the biggest thing is you're starting up with little money, about $33. You're using other people's money, kind of, but not really. You know, once you get your buffer in there, but you use their buffer to start with. Other people's money, when you say copy trading, again, Ninja is for the copy trading because I use 3 accounts. But remember, you could lose 2. I always error, but that's why when I put in for the $500, right, I have my out at 250. I have my out at 250, so it's 1%, right up to 25K account. I don't go. Usually it's 200. Actually, tell you the truth, I usually put it around 200. Somewhere between 200 and 250 is my stop loss. If it does end up going, wait a minty. See, listen, you got to wear 2 different hats. When I'm getting funded, there is no stop loss. You have to go in for, you have to know ahead. That's why there's only 10 micros. There is no stop loss on this. I'm sorry, I wore a different hat there. This, after you get funded and you're using your money, you're doggone right, there's a stop loss in there. But no, not on this. On this, you have to just let it go. You have to know that that's where the trade's going.
And you have to trust the system.
Yeah, because you might be using $1,497 of that drawdown.
Joe Dixon says, how long does it take for pass day challenges? And is there a monthly fee for future accounts?
Yeah, you can pay monthly, or you can pay one time in Apex $160 for the 25K, one time for a lifetime.
And then how long does it take to pass these challenges?
3 signals, 3 good signals.
You can do it in a day.
3 good signals. You get 3 good signals.
Like phase 1 passing and phase 2 passing?
No, you're with the funded trader and stuff like that. I don't do that.
Okay, so Apex Trader.
No, it's just $1,530. Boom, and you're funded. And so that's 3 510s. You 510 every time. That last one I put in 530.
Okay.
I just let it go, and boom, that's it. Set it and forget it. Unless you like looking at the red and you can handle it, then go ahead. But I didn't do well that way. I always sold off and got scared. And then you know how many times I came within $100, within $200 of getting funded? I have another 7 accounts out there that I could have gotten funded, but because I got scared, and then you try to just jump in and make that 100 or that 200. Good luck. with that right there, I wasn't that fortunate. I came with setting and forgetting it. Setting it and forgetting it.
That's actually good for all the trades. You got people have to trust.
You trust it, or you don't. I mean, that's the bottom line. I can't go to bed like that. Well, okay, then you don't trust the system. What are you doing? You know, what are you doing here? But I can't put in a stop. Like, and getting funded is not the same as being funded.
Right.
And there's 2 different hats, 2 totally different hats. You don't.
So getting funded is a lot more stricter, and they want you to follow that 1,500 draw thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, you don't get funded. And if you do, you get funded. Once you become funded, then you can drop in 3,000 or build to 3,000, and then just let it sit there. And you actually have a 3,000 where you could put stop losses in and do all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Joe Biggest says 9. I'm at 7. Oh, Joe?
Okay, everybody 7s, 8s, 9s. Cause I don't know. I think I did okay.
Yeah, that was better.
Okay. Job on that.
Everybody understand what Dr. Mike said about becoming a funded trader? Yes or no? What's up, little Joe? Good evening, sir. 7s for yeses or type a yes?
Yeah, I get it.
The creators. With 10 micros, your take profit is $500. Stop loss $250.
No stop loss. No stop loss. I got queued up there.
Yeah, it's just he made a little oopsie. When you're becoming funded, there's no stop.
There's no stop loss. You can't say the 250. So you're not saving that account. If you end up blowing that account, if that signal didn't go up, again, in NAS, we're looking for 100 ticks or 25 pips. If you didn't hit 25 pips, well, that was a crappy call. I think on NAS, that's a crappy call. But if you
1 minute, getting 25.
But that's it then. Then you just go. But it's $33. So you lost $33. Go back in. Hit it again. You will hit 25 pips on NAS with a decent call.
I didn't know they let you keep trades overnight. They don't.
No, they don't. Absolutely not. You're done at 4:15, 5:15.
Yeah,
What is it?
4,
4:15. 4:15. Yeah. Sorry, I'm on the trade. My phone is acting weird.
Thanks for explaining this, Dr. Mike says, Matt. Okay, does anybody have questions?
Any questions? Questions before we run?
Yeah, we're gonna call it a night. No, it's easy. I
thought it come out a little easier.
Well, you did it. The main thing is in a couple months you're funded in 6 accounts. Awesome. Anybody have questions about becoming a funded trader? Apex is who he uses. He's been through all the rest. They all suck ass. They all close down.
Yeah,
They close down. They do this.
Yeah, they can.
How do payouts work with Apex, George says?
You got well after you get past your buffer, then you just put in for a what do you mean? How do they work? They work.
You can just take out the money.
You take out
Yeah, as long as it's above the whatever buffer.
above your buffer that you want. Always leave a buffer. Everybody's like, I'm going to take out $2,600 because that's what happens on a $25,000 account.
As soon as they 20 zero.
You can take 26, but you got zero. You're looking at zero buffer.
What is your referral link? Joe wants to know.
My referral link?
Don't you get a referral link for them for Apex?
No, I don't, but I need to, don't I?
You should.
Okay.
That shit adds up pretty quick.
Okay.
I'll just go on the Discord, Joe, and then Mike will put his referral link in the Discord, or I'll post it for you. Mike, how long did it take you to get your first one?
That was the longest one. That was yeah, that was several weeks. Getting a call. Yeah, because I was doing the emotional. I didn't set it, forget it. I was trying to look at it. I was looking at it, and it was it took me several $33 before I. Yeah, it was. Yeah, again, it's $33, right? It's the end of the day. Right? So, I'll click on your link.
Thank
Okay.
you, Dr. Bianchi.
Thank you, Doc. Just calibrating.
How many did you blow up?
How many did I blow up? Getting to it, about 10.
About 10.
About 10.
Well, hell, you still, if you got 6 out of 10, you're betting a 60%. And you just started with that, and you had to figure all that shit on your own. I couldn't help you. And I had no idea what a funded account was. I can't stand that, but that's okay. It's fine. Good for you.
Well, okay.
The system is my funded account, and good job, Mike.
Okay.
How many accounts do you have?
I have 6.
6. 6 accounts, funded accounts.
But I don't use all 6 copy trade. I use 3. 3
yet?
3 are
Basically, an A for it and a 3 for a B.
because something's, it's all good and well until it's not. Yep. It works great until it doesn't.
Well, you don't want to do news. You just, because with this kind of thing, you can't afford, even though it's the right trade with what you're doing. If they spike it, it'll tap you out with your.
Yep. And sometimes it doesn't even, you don't get, even though you have a stop loss once you're funded, it'll blow right past the stop loss and stuff. You can blow the funded account. Ask Daniel. There's several other people that know. Tell me, they all know that.
That Team 3N says 147 for 25. That's if you want to get a life payout, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's 147. I paid 160. I thought.
Well,
they charged me more. Okay. Are you using the rhythmic connection or another way? What the fuck? I don't know what that is.
What the hell's a rhythmic connection?
I'm using Ninja Trader. You're talking about the connection between the accounts. It's a Ninja Trader. And a guy named Mark set it up for me, but you just look at the video, they say it's self-explanatory. I just dig into the video on how to do it. Okay. All right.
Got it. Everyone, thank Dr. Mike for coming on. Thank you. You're welcome. I hope I helped. And then thank you, my brother, very much. Let me just finish up and we'll go watch the movie.
Sure.
All right. You can do rhythmic or TradingView.
TradingView. Sorry, TradingView. Yeah, we're using TradingView.
We love TradingView.
Yep.
Bruce says thank you. Thank you, Dr. Michael. Shea says thank you. Matt Parker says thank you. Welcome. Susie says thank you. All right. So I'm going to be going over Saturday, Sunday, probably Sunday, every trade ever called out by the signals, and good luck on that. Oh my goodness. I'm probably going to have to stop going over that. I'm only going to go over the machine gun trades. There's just too many of them. Thank you, Mike says not today. Thank you, Mike says Kim McCann-Levy. Thank you, Mike says Bruce Jackson. Thank you, Mike says Gerard. Thank you, Mike says George. Thank you, Mike says Dr. Bianca. I think I missed somebody. I think that's it. Joseph, what's up, Joseph Tamburino? They all said thank you. All right, TikTokers, gotta run. I'll be going over all the signal call outs tomorrow and Sunday. Lord help me on that. Talk to y'all later on TikTok. YouTube, any questions? Thank you very much, says Joe Nixon. Thank you very much, says the creators. What's up, Joe? Carpet Repair of Arizona says, nice job, Mike. All right, guys. Well, that was fun. Joseph Tamburino says, thanks, Mike. All right, guys. Thank you all for being here. God bless. Everyone have a good evening. Appreciate all the support. Y'all have a great night. I'll be going over all the signals called out for the month of April. And Lord help me, there's like fucking 500 of them. But I'll be going over that Saturday and Sunday with you all.